What happened?
Y'all suck.
Hey everybody, it's Quinn here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at another onboard. This is actually going to be my first ever endurance race. This is the 10-man 30 minutes. It is not for championship points. It's actually not technically scored. So it's really just for fun and for seat time. We're starting 5th. There's no qualifying. It's random grid. Starting 5th, and flagger's about to go on the left, and here we go. We push off. We get a fantastic start. We launch control right up there off the line, and we're going to overtake Andrew Russ in the 44 here on the way into turn 1. And then we're going to get another one on the 38 going through the S's. So already we've made it into 3rd. So we're in a podium finishing position. And I'm stoked about that because it's my first endurance race. I really did not know what to expect. But we got somebody poking their nose up on our right side. And we're going to tuck in on the 50 car in front of us. Not for long as we go side by side with Enrico Sala through the sweeper. Coming up into the Technico complex, it looks like I'm just about going to have him edged out. And on the turn-in, we get it, and he falls back. So now we're up into 2nd. I've gone from 5th to 2nd on this first lap, and I'm pulling a little bit of a gap going up this hill, and I'm hungry. Now I've got my eyes on David Ramirez in the 2-4. He's just ahead of me, and he's leading the race. I've led a race 2 other times, but none have been on the YouTube channel. So I was really excited to have this on camera. We can see that I'm getting a better run through bypass here today. And we have got pace. We're going to be right up on his bumper. We're going to take a look behind. We can see that there's a solid gap, maybe a second gap almost. And we are right here on David's bumper, pushing him through the Contino carousel. David Ramirez looks over his shoulder there to see if I'm behind him, and I am. I'm right there, and I'm trying to keep the pressure on. Coming through this hairpin, I'm getting better exits than he is. I can tell that the pressure is getting to him a little bit, and I'm able to put it along his right side, his inside for the Technico complex. Now I don't go for the move completely. I back out a little bit and take the wider line because I know I'm going to get a better run up this hill. I think about making this move into turn 4 at the top of the hill, but I'm thinking that it's not the time. I want to try to put a little bit more space in between us and the people behind us and go for an easier move so that we won't fall back, because I don't want to get into first and then lose it right away. But here, going through bypass, you can see where our front is hooked up great through bypass, and we're going to get an excellent exit. We're going to drive right around him and into the lead. And as we make this pass, you can see Albert Ye, who is right behind, moving up into 3rd, and he's going to be on our bumper this race for quite a long time. You can see he's moving up for 2nd place. So David Ramirez moves from 1st to 3rd, and we are leading the race. Look at that! Nobody ahead of us. Feels pretty good. I got to be honest. It's great to not see anybody ahead of you in this circumstance. We don't get very much rest. As we turn around, we can see Albert is pushing on our bumper. Like I said, going through Technico, he was right on us. Drops back just a little bit to make sure he gets the clean line up the hill. And he's got me. I'm pretty nervous because I know that he typically has got pace on me. He's really quick and very consistent, especially lately. It seems like this year has been a real breakout year for him. And he's on it. He wants my spot. Right now, I'm just hoping he's going to decide to push me away from David Ramirez behind, and we can build a nice gap between us and the field. If you look, you can see we are already quite a ways up the road from the rest of the drivers. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good in hindsight, but me in the helmet, I was totally freaking out. Like I said, this is my first endurance event. Also one of my first times leading. I got someone who I know is faster than me behind. He's faster than me, but I know that over 1 lap I can match him, but not consistently. So there's a lot of motivation for me to really fight hard with Albert. You're going to see that here. We're going to go side by side in Technico. He's trying to make that move around the sweeper, and he comes side by side up the hill, and I don't see him there, and I squeeze him out. Loses a lot of momentum up the hill. My bad. I'm going to apologize to him later in this video, you'll see, but yeah, that was a bad move from me. I'm desperate. I'm trying to keep the lead, but also, like I said, I didn't see him on the outside there. So we're going to come through the bypass, and we're going to see a checkered and yellow flag. So I've never seen this before. I decide to slow down a little bit. We're going to fast forward the footage here. And we're going to come into the pits. So we've had a race stop. At this point, we're not sure why we're going to let CalSpeed regular Max DeMoss tell us what happened.
Y'all suck.
I was kicking ass. I was out in front.
You're all getting the talking to right now. Apparently everybody sucks.
Yeah. Oh, we do?
Including you.
Oh, man. I don't want Mike to tell me I suck.
Yeah, you can give him room.
I didn't see you until the end. It was my bad. You're right. That was absolutely my fault. I didn't realize you were out on my other side. I'm sorry for that. That was a bullshit move.
Drivers meeting number 2. Yeah.
Hey guys, can you all hear me? Hey guys, this is supposed to be for fun, and I got everyone doing shit passes like it's the damn world championship out there. You guys are making stupid passes out there, and I got half the field on this half of the track spun out, and I already got a car broken. If you guys can't figure out how to drive, then you can't drive here. It's as simple as that. Figure it out, or don't come back for 10 man, alright? Everyone got it? Nod yes? Everyone, alright, perfect. To get you fired up, let's end the year on a good note and not have the lack of talent like we just did, alright? Alright, here we go.
You want to pit when you're getting slowed down.
Okay,
So as long as you're not getting slowed down, wait until the very end.
Alright,
but
okay.
if you start getting into traffic, shit slowing you down, pit.
All right, I will. All right, awesome. Thank you. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go.
All right, so you heard Derek on the loudspeaker. We were just driving poorly. Max DeMoss there at the end gave us a little bit of advice on the pit stop because this is my first endurance event, and I'm glad he reminded me because I'm pretty sure I was going to forget to do one. So Abel Diaz actually got out of the pits ahead of us, but he was pitting, so we're actually a lap ahead of him, and I didn't realize that when we got back out. I thought somehow he had cut me, so I'm chasing him like mad on this outlap, and because of that, we're going to have a huge gap to the field. So we're actually going to be starting in first on this restart. And we've got a great gap. At this point, we're just leading the race. I'm pretty frustrated in the helmet now because I think I just got cut, so I'm chasing Abel Diaz. We're going to fast forward here a little while to see if we can catch him at all. Back 2 laps later on lap 8, still chasing Abel Diaz, but we have reeled him in substantially. We're going to get around him here on the start-finish straight. That's going to give us a good chance to take a look behind and see who's behind us. You can see Doug Yanni's there. If you are a real original channel member or a CalSpeed local, you'll know he's real fast. He was in the Oval Showdown video, and in that Oval Showdown race, he dominated. So he's who's coming up behind me next, and unlike Abel Diaz, he's not a lap down from us. He's passing us on track right now. So as you can see, we've led quite a while now, but our reign comes to an end as Doug Yanni comes around and passes us for the lead. He reaches around to grab me to say that he's going to pull me away, and I would love to follow him when he does this, but as you can see, look at that, just drives right away from me. Nothing I can do about it. Right up the hill, and he's gone. No defense. So we're gonna keep moving fast here and try to follow his line and not lose any more spots. We're immediately in danger again as we look over our shoulder. You can see Albert Ye gets around Abel Diaz, and any buffer we had to Albert is gone. And just like last time, he was going for a move. When the race stopped prior, he was going for it on me. And I know he's got the pace, and I don't want to make him any more frustrated than he already was, so I make it easy for him and I let him go by. I figure I can follow his line because he's a little bit quicker than me, and he can pull me up, hopefully back up to Doug in an ideal scenario, and maybe I can scam something at the end of the race for the lead. But we're still in the podium pen position, so I'm not that mad. We're gonna stick it in behind Albert and put some laps in. You can see I'm really trying to keep up with Albert. He's just starting to pull away from me, and we can see we got some slower traffic rejoining as we skip up to lap 15. That slower traffic is going to be very important because we are at least a lap up on both of these drivers, but I don't know that at the time. I wasn't paying attention. So Josh Ferrer is going to make the move to unlap himself through the Technico complex and going up the hill. I don't know that he unlapped himself. I think he just passed me for position, and I'm heated about it. So I'm immediately going to dive back down into turn 4. We're going to go side by side through turn 4. He holds it around my outside, and he's going to have the advantageous line coming through bypass, or I should have the advantage rather. But I lose all my momentum going up in the back of him, and hopefully we've got a run. He's looking behind to see if I'm there, and I'm trying to be. But we don't have the pace then, so we skip ahead again. And here we are back in turn 4. I'm still right on Josh's bumper, and I'm really hunting for position. We're going to go for the move again into bypass. We have the right move for the overtaking bypass this time. We're going to turn around, and there's Vince Azua. We've seen him before. He was in the last video. Shout out to Vince. He actually got me an entry into the most recent race. He's great. But we take our position back, even though it wasn't ours. We just relap the guy as we're fighting through Contino Carousel. I'm making a little bit of contact there. He gives me the momentum, and I can pull away from them just for one moment, but they're reeling me back in. It started to feel like my kart was struggling later in the race. At this point, we have been driving non-stop for 23 minutes. That clock up top is going all the way up to the end of the race, and it's been running, including all of the cuts. So that's how far we are. Without any time skips, and we can see Josh Ferrer and Vince Azua are behind me, but they're starting to drop back a little bit. They don't really have the pace for the move. So we're going to continue to fast forward a little bit, and then we're going to turn the camera around. You can see we've got a back marker here, a couple. We've got somebody spun out, and then we've got a slow car up ahead. It's going to be really important for the battle that's going to continue to ensue here for this unlapping. These two cars are fighting for position, but they're both lapped by me. So we're going to go side by side again with Josh Ferrer. We've got this lapped car. He's going to get out of the way for me and get right in Josh's way. So I think Josh probably would have got around me there, but it looks like Vince is going to be able to make it through as well because Josh's momentum got a little bit messed up at the bottom of that hill. We're going to go back into our time warp here as we drive with Vince Azua on our bumper. I'm pretty weak through the sweeper here. We've been passed through here a couple of times, and we got Vince again is going to just drive right around us. It's a good pass. He makes the move well. We do have a little bit more momentum than he does coming up this hill, but it doesn't look like the delta is going to be great enough for us to get around. And we're going to try. We're going to stick our nose up just by his rear tire. He gives us the ruse. A little over optimistic by myself. And then Josh Ferrer tries to sneak up through around me as well. Honestly, I should have just let these guys go and fight, but I like I said, I thought I was fighting for position too, so I was not about to let him through. And I'm going to keep him behind me going into the S's again through turn 1. We've got Vince back up ahead, coming through the carousel. I'm starting to remember now Max DeMoss's words of don't pit until you get slowed down. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting slowed down a little bit. So we're going to start thinking about making that pit stop here because I'm tired of fighting with these guys, and I'm ready to hopefully find some clear track. So here I'm going to make my first ever pit stop at CalSpeed. It doesn't go well, you'll see. We go in, I try to take it nice and hot because, we're still going, the clock's still going. So we've got 2 pit boxes, you got to make a complete stop in both. So I make a complete stop in this one, and I'm like, all right, how long do I have to be stopped? You just have to be stopped for like a split second. I sat there for like 2 seconds. It was a terrible pit stop. So then you go to the second pit box, you got to come to a complete stop in this one as well. This one I do a little bit better, but again, it's a real timid start. I don't know what was wrong with me with these pit stops. I was kind of like looking for someone to give me thumbs up or something. So we come back out on track, and we're immediately in traffic. So as you can see, our position indicator has switched from a reasonably accurate position to a question mark. Like I said, we don't have official scoring for Tin Man, so after this pit stop, I really have no idea where I am. And that means I'm also going to have kind of no idea where I finished. The official data says that I came 8th, but because of that weird restart thing, the timing was a little messed up. Like there were some people out of place from that, and the laps were being counted again afterwards. So that's why I don't have lap times for this. Also, it would be a task, a Herculean task to do lap times for the endurance race. There's just too many laps. But as you can see, we're on the white flag here, and we've been racing with these guys for a while. So we're gonna take the fight to them. It's the white flag lap. I'm not sure if we're fighting for position or not, but I know that this is just for fun, so we're gonna go for it. You can see some hand signals happening there. I'm not sure what we're really what we're talking about, but we're holding it. We're right here behind the 21, and we're close. So we're gonna try to keep it up nice and close and let these guys fight it out so they can fall right back into my hands. Coming through sweeper where we haven't been super fast, but these guys don't look to be that much faster than me this time. But we definitely don't have the pace to overtake here. We're going to try to keep our foot in it through this complex here and get a better run up the hill. We don't have the hill run, so we're going to have to make a move through bypass onto the start-finish straight. Oh, look at that! A little bit of contact there. It looked like pretty feisty. I'm not sure if that was delivered or not, but it opens it up for us just to grab one more on track. We're right on the 47. We're so close to the 47. I think if we had one more lap, I probably could have got around this guy. Like I said, I don't think we were fighting for position, but just barely across the line. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. The channel has been growing like crazy lately. I'm sorry this took so long to get out. It took a long time to edit, but make sure to like, subscribe, and check out my live streams on Wednesday at 5 Pacific.
Mid 103s, but it seems like everybody was, because nobody was really passing me. I got passed by 3 or 4 people. I want to see where my finishing position was because I think I was top 10.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Feel? Do you
I feel really exhausted.
Yeah,
I feel really exhausted.
30 minutes straight. It's just something, isn't it?
But I really do think that I finished in the top 10.
Yeah,
unless a lot of people finish me in the pits, unless a lot of people pass me in the pits, I'm top 10 because
You had to do one pit stop, right?
I only got overtaken on track by